As many successes come along the way, and many fast successes come along the way. We see the slow successes, they come up slow, they end off slow. And the fast successes, they come up fast, and they fall off fast. Today I'm going to be giving you guys a practical answer as to why they fall off so quickly, and a spiritual answer as to why they fall off so quickly, and how the slow success is always better than a fast one. But as fate cannot be controlled, I just want to give my shout outs to all the people who have made it and say that, you know, thank God for setting such an example, whether it was good or bad, because it helped us out in the long run. When it comes to the slow successes we all see in life, what is one thing they all have in common and one thing they all always say? I have a passion for it. It's something I've always genuinely wanted to do. If there was no money in this thing, I would still do it. And you can tell that this aspect of their life really shows because they have such high integrity. And you can tell when someone is trying to blow up and they've been doing YouTube for maybe like a good 4 years or something, or it could be anything in life, and they're really good at it, and they just find that correct stream to blow up and really gain traction and a following, and it looks like it was an overnight success. It looked like the shout out was all they needed, but really they were always doing the correct thing from the very beginning, and it shows that passion and the skills, they kept on developing them over time in the dark. You're crazy until you're successful, and then you're a genius. To the lay audience and to the people who do blow up quickly, this is an entirely different story. How they view it is this: you're just a person who sits on your ass, plays video games, talks in a mic for no absolute reason. They don't know the meaning of anything. They don't understand none of it. And all they're seeing is just a lucky person who is just being stupid all the time. But that is not the case. And how do we see these types of people get punished? Well, we see them get punished through the people who blow up so quickly. People, first of all, need to just respect YouTubers. Back in the day, it was very dumb to do acting or be a basketball player. Now it's the main thing. But then when that became the main thing, it was very dumb to be a YouTuber. Now YouTube is the main thing. And what people need to understand is that YouTube is not a quick crash grab. YouTube is not a route that you take when you don't feel like going to college. No, YouTube is a entrepreneurial based thing that requires tons of skill and a lot of methods and everything you need in order to succeed. It takes a lot of hard work. People need to respect the fact that YouTubers sit here and they work on their business 24/7. They are not bullshitting all the time. This is what people need to understand. People think it is simple and easy. It is not your 9-to-5 job. It is a business. And running a business is a different ball game from doing a 9-to-5 job. A 9-to-5 job, you get the job. The most it will take to get the job at a 9-to-5 job is about maybe 2 months max. After that, you're pretty much doing the same thing all the damn time, but you have to clock in for 8 hours. But when it's YouTube, it's an entirely different ball game. You can fall off on YouTube, but when you have an hourly salary, you cannot fall off that quickly. And on this 9-to-5 aspect that people really need to understand is that when you're working a 9-to-5, the only time you will ever experience work is when you clock in. And yes, there are a bunch of assholes at work. And you can experience a bunch of assholes on YouTube. But the thing about YouTube is that you can ignore them. Now with YouTube, when do you clock in? Well, you never clock in. You're always at work. And there's one thing in this world that can destroy us the most. It isn't other people. It isn't even ourselves, but it's truly our mind. Our mind will bend you, will destroy you, will fuck you up, all these things. And that is the thing you need to work with the most to get your successful YouTube channel. And so there's a difference. There's a difference. Instead of talking to yourself and just letting your voice flow or ranting to a random person in your life, you got to rant to a camera, something that can't speak back. All those times you ever spoken to a wall, all those times you ever been alone in life, it's all starting to help you. Because guess what? This YouTube channel is going to take off. To summarize, the practical skill is that people need to understand that content creation is a skill. Content creation is not something to be toyed with. It is not something to be played with. Sure, the job can sound very convenient, and as a child looking at that, it almost seems like a complete cash grab, and it almost seems like a scam, and it almost seems like you probably make no money, but you do. You make tons of money from doing this. And honestly, it's something that you have to see in life, and you have to really experience. Even though the aspect of life of how one thing goes in your life, you do all things, or if you apply the way you do this, you will do it that way. You have to understand, even then, content creation is still a skill you must develop on your own. It is still something that you must do, and that is something that all these lay audience people need to just understand and intake with a full, I'm talking a mouth open, completely full, swallow it and digest that concept till their mind is completely fried. Honestly, they just need to do it, or their mind is satisfied. That actually rhymed. But hopefully they can understand that to a very deep degree, because it is just totally going to help you out, and it won't make you think that all this stuff is very easy. And finally, for the spiritual meaning, you just have to understand to be patient. Understand that God has a plan for you. God is working the route for you, and every little thing in this planet happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. There is nothing that doesn't happen for no reason. Everything is helping you out. Everything is trying to help you and guide you to what you really need to be, no matter what. Whether that thing is good or bad, you can learn from every single thing that you have ever experienced in your entire life. And you need to just understand that you need to be patient for the things that you truly do want. I heard a quote, and it said, "Are you working as hard as ever now that you're doing your dream job?" And I think the guy said, "Yes, I am working as hard as I ever could in my entire life for my dream job. The items in my hand that I work with just feel so much lighter."